you and I are really good at keeping the main thing. You and I are really good at keeping the important stuff. And the most important thing in the whole wide world is you and me having a great relationship together. And we're back
with another episode of He Said, She Said.
And before we dive into a pretty cool idea that we just came up with for this episode, I want to remind all of you that we are now just about 10 days away from finally opening up seats for our brand new dinner series. And we are out of our freaking minds because this has been built for straight intentional networking and nothing else. But here's the best part. Networking with our network. Like, we have the best network, hands down, right? We're known for our network. Everything you need is in our network. And we're getting everybody together over the course of 3 incredible dinners spread throughout the year in 3 incredible cities with half days of incredible intentional networking preceding that dinner. And there's even like a VIP part to it, where you get to have breakfast with Lori and I the next day and do some other things. Like, this is the dopest thing we have ever built. So there's going to be this 24-hour window where our VIPs on our early access text list get 24 hours to grab a spot before they sell out, before we share it with social media, before we mail it out to our email lists that have a couple 100,000 people, before anyone else gets access. Our VIP early access text list is going to get a 24-hour head start, and they're going to get a price that's cheaper than the public. So if you want those 2 things, here's what you got to do. You got to hit pause, and you've got to text us the word dinner to 310-421-0416. Literally hit pause, then come right back to this episode and text us the word dinner to 310-421-0416.
You and I created this, and the reason why we're so excited about it is because it's the most aligned thing that we've ever done in terms of exactly how we've built our success in our network. And we were sitting around one day and talking about how we could trace back anything and everything that's been good in our life, whether it's been programs we've launched or the fact that we were able to even raise money quickly, or, opportunities of speaking on stages, huge opportunities that maybe you've seen us get, book deals, all of the different things, is because that has been by way of somebody in our network. And for the people who want to play the long game and know that not only, of course, you're going to get some great things right away, but your career and success is the long game. And networking is the biggest piece of that. So many people that we've met 5 years ago, 10 years ago are now in our lives in a huge way, or business partners, or they've, just really changed the game for us, given us incredible opportunities. And it's all traced back to things exactly like this. So it's not only facilitated networking, Chris, but they're also going to have a day of breakouts, working on their business and learning from experts as well.
Yep. Listen, I met my now business partner, Matt, at a networking dinner, literally just like this years ago. Lori's right. Everything good has come from breaking bread together with really high level individuals. If you're looking to get on more podcasts this year, podcasters will be there looking for guests. If you are looking to get on more stages this year, the people with the events will be there looking for cool people to put on their stage. If you're looking for more sales, a better coach, if you're looking for more clients, doesn't matter. They're going to be there because we have the best network, second to none. So hit pause, text us the word dinner to 310-421-0416. I'll put you on our early access VIP text list, giving you a 24-hour head start in about 10 days from now and a price that no one else is going to get. All right, so I thought we could do something really fun, Lori. We're like, hey, we got to record it. He said, she said this week. We've been so busy. We haven't had time to record it. And then I was like, oh my God, we've been so busy. I don't know what's going on with you right now. And so I thought, let's literally ask each other questions. Let's catch up with what's going on in our lives right here live in front of everybody and see what kind of magic comes out of it. This is either be the best episode ever or the dumbest. You down for it?
We also decided to ask each other questions that could actually benefit you. Not like, hey, how was your salad tonight? Although I guess that could benefit you if you want to know what we're eating for our health routine.
I crushed some sweet green tonight. Those are the best salads on the planet.
And that's a really healthy idea.
All right, so I'm going to tee you up. I've been reading finally a lot lately, right? And I know you're reading, but I don't know what the hell you're reading. So what are you reading and why right now?
I am reading, I think it's called Mind Shift by Erwin McManus.
Oh, God, I love him. He's awesome. Okay, so what have you taken out of it so far?
What, do you know him?
I don't know him, but I just know who he is.
Do you know him? Let's get him on the podcast.
Actually, yeah. I can absolutely get him on the podcast.
Great. Let's do it.
Okay.
So I just started this one, but I really, really love it so far. And something that stuck out to me is he says we're all so afraid of near-death experiences that we miss all of the near-life experiences.
Oh my God, that is so good.
I know.
That's really good. You want to know what I'm reading right now?
Yes.
Musk, the new autobiography about Elon Musk. Or it's not an autobiography, it's a biography, right?
So that's why you say Bananas, Bonkers, and Elon are all going out for a walk when you take them out to the bathroom in the morning?
Literally, yes. I'm like, come on, boys. The four of us, you two, me and Elon, we're going for a walk. I pop in my ear and listen every single morning. It's not him reading it, obviously. It's someone who wrote a biography about him. But here's what I've taken away from this thing. This man worked 120-hour weeks for 11 years straight without a vacation. Now, I'm not being an advocate of that, but it made me realize something. If you want to build something massive, if you want to build something big, hell, if you just want to be way the hell above average, then you kind of got to put the work in for a certain stint that also looks way the hell above average.
Kind of got it. You gotta. I don't know how to get around that, guys.
Yep. And the problem is we've fallen into a world where people preach a little bit too much on work-life balance and blah, blah, blah. And listen, you know me, I'm a memory-making machine. It is wildly important to me.
You gotta have your seasons.
Right? But right now, while I'm building this billion-dollar app, I am doing the grind. I mean, we're recording right now. What time is it? 8:40? 8:40 at night, right? This was never our MO before, but this is what it takes right now. So am I doing Elon weeks? No. But am I doing weeks like we did back when we first made all of our millions and all that stuff?
Yes.
I'm totally back to those weeks, but I'm freaking loving it this time. And when I read books of other people who were on their grind in order to literally get on their rocket ship in his case, then that inspires me. And I'm like, ooh, I'm doing the right thing. I'm on the right track right now.
Okay. So what have you added new into your life?
What have I added new into my life? Oh, okay. You're going to like this one. Because you got to add new stuff and you get bored, right? I've started shooting buckets before my workouts at Lifetime.
For anybody listening who doesn't know what that means.
Playing basketball. Yeah, literally getting a gun out and shooting at little buckets and watching water stream out of them.
I don't know. You're from the Midwest.
No. Who doesn't know what shooting buckets is?
I don't know. I hadn't heard that phrase ever before you said it.
I've started playing basketball just for a little while, like 10, 15, 20 minutes before my lifts, before my workouts. Every time I go to Lifetime, it's so much fun because it had been years, like years and years and years and years since I played basketball. And then this morning, my brother's down. We went to Lifetime together. And we got to kind of shoot buckets together. And that was so much fun. And it's just become like this really fun, playful warm-up where I got to do a warm-up anyways of some sort. It kind of added some fun and some playfulness back in my life while I'm in a season where I'm on a grind. What have you added in?
Well, I haven't added too much fun and playfulness. Well, I guess I sort of have with this. My podcast has switched from, it was just audio for so many years, 7 years. And now I'm turning it into in person, which is crazy. I've had some podcasts obviously in person, but even then they're just audio. But it has been really energizing to actually sit with the people in person, and we go and travel, and I'm kind of teamed up a bit with my friend Lindsay Schwartz, who she has the Powerhouse Woman event and podcast. And we were like, okay, if we have to do this, why don't we go and do it together? Make it like a girls' weekend or a girls', few days, and get as much content as we can and book all of the guests. And sometimes, it'll be a bonus for the guests because they'll get to record with both. So it's been so much fun. I honestly don't think I would like to do it alone. And why would I? That wasn't kind of the reason I wanted to start doing this. It was because I wanted to be with people. I wanted to be with team. And now I get to, for like 3 to 4, maybe 5 weekends out of the year or trips, I get to go and be with one of my best friends and work and get content.
That's awesome. So I already asked you about books. Are you listening to podcasts? They're good lately?
Oh, podcasts. Well,
hey y'all, I'm so excited to share with you that this podcast, Earn Your Happy, is now a part of the Growth Day Podcast Network. Truly, this is like one of the most exciting things that has ever happened to me. I'm telling you, I no longer feel like I'm doing this alone, and I actually get to collaborate with the people who host the podcast that I'm obsessed with, like that I have been listening to myself, who inspired me to start a podcast, who have taught me about how to go and do the thing, like the original people who got me motivated through listening to their podcasts. You guys, a bunch of us are coming together to bring more growth to the world and to support shows and brands that we believe in. And one of my friends are also on this network, and I'd love for you to go subscribe to their show. You guys, I just had Danielle Canty on of the Boss Babe podcast. She co-hosts it with her other amazing co-host and one of my friends, Natalie Ellis. You guys, you can go check out that podcast on mine. It's episode 925, and Danielle and I talk all about burnout and how that could be showing up in your life, and most importantly, how to prevent it. But I want to tell you, if you have not gone and checked out the Boss Babe podcast yet, go subscribe, because it is one of the largest online communities for ambitious women and female entrepreneurs. And I know that if you're listening to the show, chances are that's probably you. You guys, they have 3.6 million followers and 380,000 subscribers. The Boss Babe podcast is the place where they share real behind the scenes of building successful businesses, achieving peak performance, and learning how to balance it all. Most of all, you guys, truly, these women are in my life. Danielle and Natalie are people that I text on a weekly, monthly basis when I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel stuck. What should I do? I tune into their podcast, you guys, to learn. Even though they're my friends, I am still like crazy obsessed with this podcast because I learn something new every single time I listen. It makes me be a better podcaster. It makes me be a better businesswoman. It just makes me be better and more confident out in the world because they're so real and raw. And I can tell you that in the moments where I have had horrible days, down days, I've either gone and listened to this podcast or I've texted them, because these are the people who truly get it. You want to listen to the people who are walking in the same footsteps that you are. You guys, go check out the Boss Babe podcast. You're not going to be sorry. And it's just going to like make you way smarter and you're going to have way more fun. So go check it out.
I have been loving when Lauren Bostic does her solos on the Skinny Confidential, because she is talking about how she optimizes just her schedule right now and her health routine and all of those things. And I just really love hearing how she thinks, because I feel like her and I have really similar just viewpoints. And I typically love her book suggestions too. So I just kind of freaking love her. Like, she just speaks her truth, and that's what I want more of. So that's why I'm listening so intently, is because I'm like, okay, what does that look like and feel like for me to really be totally real?
Oh, I love that. I like
what
them.
About you?
I think they're about as dope as it comes for couples. What podcast I'm listening to, I found a new one called Founders. And so here's what the host does. He is a research maniac. He'll take a founder like John D. Rockefeller, or like the founder of Louis Vuitton, or just like any great founder throughout history that we know of, right? And he will research and read all the books about him and do all the Googling, like literally put together this mini biography about them and how they came to be. And then he tells that story in a linear way of these great founder stories. Now, here's the thing, and this will get back to him, I'm sure, because it's a really big show. So I mean this with respect. It's a little dry, but I love the information. I love the way he puts it together, the summary of like how these great icons came to be. If he took that podcast and made it a little bit more like Business Wars with, the little noises in the background and a little bit more production, holy crap, I think it'd be the greatest one on the planet. But nonetheless, it's a great podcast. I'm listening to it every single day right now when I work out. And those founder stories, they light me up because I'm in founder mode right now.
So cool. Okay, so what are you craving more of right now?
What am I craving more of? I don't know if it's a more of thing. I'm craving getting back to Italy. And you know me, I love it there. Any place in Europe, I'm like, honey, I feel like I lived here in another life before. Like, I instantly feel like I'm at home. So I'm craving getting back to Italy. I'd love to go see Murgatroyd's. I just love them so much. But I'm also craving going to Hawaii. That's what I'm craving. those two places. I don't know where it'd fit in the schedule, but damn it, I'm craving it. What about you?
Well, Hawaii sounds really good, but in all honesty, because I'm so busy, I'm actually just craving like a weekend off with you with nothing to do. Like I would get us down to the beach. I would go to our favorite taco place here, Bear Flag. I would walk the dogs. I would sit on park benches and watch the sunset. Like I'm just craving not having somewhere to be, do, or get ready for.
So expand on that for them so they can really understand. Like we're looking at the calendars. Was it earlier today? We have one weekend together where just you and I get to do some stuff without one of us traveling or being away from each other.
Or traveling.
Yep. Between now and Christmas.
Well, we're in the season. So it's okay for me to crave that, but I also don't want to get hooked on, the thing that I could do to like make this really painful. Cause yeah, it's going to be crazy. And it is a sweaty, amazing season because we've dreamt of this. They say that the feeling of overwhelm is because all of your manifestations are coming quickly and coming at once.
Interesting. I've heard that. I love that.
I try to really keep that in perspective. But I also want people to know, like, when you're in that season and when things are happening, it can get a little intense and you can kind of wish it away and you can freak yourself out and you can cause anxiety and overwhelm. So I'm trying to really be present every day and just enjoy these little moments. Like, even though we're still technically working right now, at least we're in bed and at least I'm with you. And at least the dog is having a dream on our legs twitching right now while we record this. Like,
they are the two cutest guys on the planet. I'm in love. I love these dogs more and more every single freaking day.
It's crazy.
You know what I love is, not that we're going to stick with this format for this episode every time or something, but what I already love about this episode is, one, people get to know us a little bit more. They get to understand like what stage of life we're in at this moment or what chapter we're in. But equally, I love that we get to kind of lift the curtain and expand like, hey, we don't have many weekends together right now, but here's why, or here's how we're coping with it, or here's what we're doing to make, you know what I mean? Like the lessons come in just the exchange of you and me catching up.
And we've done really smart things. Like I think by the end of the next 2 weeks, I would have spoken and had a bunch of trips for speaking. I think it'll be 6 in, what did I say? Like 2 weeks?
In like a 2 week span.
Yeah. And so for one of them, so that we can be together, I was like, hey, I have to go up and speak in LA on November 1st. And then on the 3rd, I have to go up and speak near Santa Barbara. Like, do you want to come with me and make it like a fun little car ride? Because it's like a 1-hour trip to LA and then it's a 3-hour trip from there to Santa Barbara. So I was like, do you want to come? We can just listen to books. We can talk. You can stay overnight and I'll go speak during the day. And you are.
Yep.
So these are ways that I know it's not super convenient for you, but you get to work in the hotel room. You can take calls on the road and at least we can be together.
Yeah. And I get to be in Santa Barbara and I get to be with you. And so it's like a date, and we love car rides together, right? It's like a date together, but I still get to get my stuff done instead of us being separate. So like you and I are really good at keeping the main thing. You and I are really good at keeping the important stuff. And the most important thing in the whole wide world is you and me having a great relationship together. And so, yes, we can both be in our seasons and both be kicking ass and both be building our rocket ships and simultaneously make sure we make the decisions where we're doing that stuff together.
Yeah, I make a lot of decisions based off that. I'm like, I need to make sure I see him this amount because I know how I feel and I know I don't operate at my best level if I'm away from you for too long. So building that in is really vital for me.
And let me add something in because I want to be inspiration for everybody. We still get our protected time in the morning together, despite both being in these crazy seasons of building. We still get our walks together twice a day, damn near every single day. I can't name one that we skipped except for when I've been traveling or you've been traveling. But if we're together, we're getting both walks a day together. We're still getting our lifts in. We're still getting I think I'm the healthiest I've been in a long, long, long time. And I know you're the healthiest you've been in a long, long, long time. So those things don't have to slip. And I really want people to know that. You don't have to be afraid to commit to building your rocket ship and being busy. You don't have to be afraid that means you have to get rid of the things that are important to you. There is a way to always get creative, build, work that puzzle and make sure that you're keeping the important things, the main thing. If it's your spouse, great. If it's your kids, great. If it's your parents, great. If it's your friends, great. Whatever it is, there's a way to keep the main thing and simultaneously build the absolute dreams of your life.
Okay, should we end on what we're excited about?
Yeah, kind of feels like the Power 9. Let's go first, you or me?
You can go.
What am I excited about? Okay, wait, I know this one. You guys may or may not have heard, I run this thing called the Elite Mastermind, and it's for anyone who earns $500,000 or more each year. And it's a small group of 25 businesses that we put together. Well, anyhow, every year, half of them renew. And I was always proud of that. I was always like, oh my God, half renew from year to year. Like, that's amazing. I must be doing something right. But then this year, 75% renewed. And I was like, what? Like, what?
For anyone who runs a program like that,
Unheard of.
That like does not happen. We were not expecting that.
And so, one, I was like beyond excited and honored. Two, I'm excited because I have very few spots to fill this year, unlike other years. I mean, there's very few spots available. And I've already filled a couple of them just this week with like awesome freaking people that I'm so excited to introduce to the existing group. So I guess I'm just excited that one, it's really working. It must be making a big difference in people's lives. And two, I'm really excited about the new people that we're bringing. And shameless plug, by the way, if you're going to make more than $500,000 in 2024, you can apply to be in this thing and get one of these few spots that are left. Just go to chrisharder.me/mastermind. Again, chrisharder.me/mastermind. Fill out the app. We'll talk on Zoom. We'll see if you're a perfect fit or not. What are you excited about, babe?
Well, obviously I'm excited about my Glossy pre-sale launch, but right now, just because it's here, obviously right now too, the dinner series, and we get to do that together. And I just feel so much of the stuff that we're doing right now just all plays off each other. Like dinner series helps Glossy helps dinner series. I don't know. It's just like, it feels really good right now. So I'm excited to feel aligned in everything we're doing, because there's definitely been lots of years where some of the stuff you're doing you're like doing it, but you don't absolutely love it.
Wait, can I change mine or like add to mine?
Yeah.
I'm so excited about Glossy. When your boxes showed up the other day and like the sticks inside of them, and I was just like, oh my God, after what I've watched you go through this whole time, to see them and hold them, I literally just couldn't handle my shit.
It's almost unreal. It's like by the time you get here, you've just pictured it for so long that you're like, well, of course it's here.
A skin routine you can drink.
Yes.
Are you kidding me right now?
I'm not.
Like, okay, yay, I already drink hydration drinks, but if I drink this one, now I got my skin routine done.
Exactly. And the benefits of these ingredients that are for your skin, they also have so many other health benefits, which is just mind blowing.
I'm stupid proud of you, babe.
Thank you
stupid proud of you. And my skin's going to look so beautiful. Can boys use it?
You've been sampling it all.
Can boys use it safely? I'm not going to grow
can use it safely.
Boobs or something?
No.
All right, perfect.
I mean, if this could grow boobs, I mean,
they were going to be gajillionaires. All right, guys. Well, listen, DM us. Be like, that was the dumbest rambling I've ever heard in my life. Or be like,
DM him that. I don't like it.
Be like, holy crap. I love, one, learning about what's going on with you guys, and two, the little lessons that you guys turn it into. Anyhow, here's what you know. You know that we love and appreciate you. We love and appreciate you listening. We love and appreciate you sharing this. We love and appreciate you guys being a part of our lives. So just know it's an honor to record these.
Thank you guys so much, and we will see you next week.
Hey, I know if you're listening to this podcast that you have big dreams and big goals. And one of the things that can really stop you is struggling with your marketing. Trust me, I have been there. Are you using 10 different systems just to build your online business? Then I want you to try Kajabi. Kajabi helps you build your web pages, set up funnels, and sell your courses, content, coaching, or communities. You've been hearing me talk a lot about funnels on this podcast and the importance of your email list. You can get a free trial at kajabi.com. That's Kajabi.com. I've talked about Kajabi before, but here's something that's super cool and new. They just rolled out an AI assistant for creating your online course curriculum. And this means you just type in a topic that you want to create on a course or webinar, and bam, it just generates a sample outline for you. It takes a ton of the hard work away. Of course, you're going to customize it to be your own, but this really helps you get over the struggle of how in the world to start, which is where most people stop. If you're like me, starting is always the hardest part, and that's what makes Kajabi so popular. They've made it easier for creators to build web pages, build courses, build coaching programs, build membership sites, build checkout pages, and build email funnels. So if you're struggling with any of those, you got to go check it out. Go to kajabi.com
Kajabi.com. Kajabi was really the first all-in-one system and is trusted by over 100,000 creators. I think that's good enough for me. Also has influencers and marketers who use this. And now their smart AI platform makes it easy to take what you know and turn it into an online course and business. Go start building with a free trial at Kajabi.com. That's Kajabi.com. Hey, thanks for listening to the podcast. And I want to make sure that you have my phone number, and I'm not kidding. Did you know that I have a community text number? For real. My phone number is 310-496-8363. This goes directly to my phone. All you have to do is text the word daily to 310-496-8363. And I literally text you every single day, Monday through Friday. I actually just got done 30 seconds ago texting a bunch of people back, and I talk to you all of the time. You guys, people always ask me how I got my community text number and how it works. Well, all you have to do is you can just go to community.com and get your own. Community makes it easy to get a phone number that you can use to build your audience using text. People just text you at your number and they're added to your group. Then you can text them out audios, video links, anything you want. You guys, I text out happy birthday videos. I love to send podcast links, thoughts about life, book recommendations, different events that I'm doing in the local area. Texting gets me out of the noise of social media and directly into your hand. And now you can start texting your people too. Just go to community.com to get your phone number. They give you a 10-digit real phone number, not those weird short codes that look like spam, but it's more than a phone number. Your new number comes with an inbox for SMS and texting. This means you can actually manage your text list from your computer and an app on your phone. You can schedule text to send at certain times and to certain groups. You can even set up auto replies or let your assistant or customer service team answer your text messages via Community's awesome dashboard. Just go to community.com and ask for a free demo. They'll show you how it works and get you your number. It's time to start texting your audience versus just posting on social media. Everyone uses Community for that. So go check them out at community.com. I can tell you it's not just great for communicating with my audience, but Chris and I use Community and our texts to also sell out our launches. I'm telling you, you get such an incredible response because you really are creating a true, deep sense of community. And it's so intimate. It's freaking amazing. Go check it out at community.com.